Alright, I'm gonna just roll with it like it's live. I'm gonna roll with it like it's live. Look like we got good connection and everything. Yeah, I just want to go over what actually happened on this episode 7 and 8 of The Last Dance. I know we've all probably know a lot about what went down during the like those teams and the highly publicized team and just the history of Jordan. And a lot of people actually were alive during that time and functioning and everything. Or if you weren't, you did a lot of studying about those teams. But it's just interesting to go back and actually look at what happened to those teams. So first off, we open up with a clip of them playing against the Nets, which is hilarious. Because Keith Van Horn and Kerry Kittles are actually on the Nets teams that actually went to the finals. Well, Keith Van Horn was on one of them, but then he get traded to Philadelphia, which is interesting. That wasn't a great playoff team for them to be playing, but that's just hilarious to me. Keith Van Horn, Kerry Kittle, Lucius Harris citing for that team. Kendall Gill as well, who actually in turn was a professional boxer, which is hilarious. Then we go on to his dad's murder, and then he. This is a good thing that I've liked about this documentary is giving him the chance to like actually like talk about different things that we probably would never have heard him talk about during this time and reflect on it, like his gambling and that they're trying to link that to his dad's murder, which I've heard that theory a long time ago. There's like a game 5 of the Knicks series where people think that he looks kind of sad in it and everything, but there's pretty much not any real evidence on that, which is interesting. Um, but yeah, it did. He did look for somebody that was going out there killing him. He did look kind of sad, but that's the rumor that I've heard or seen online is that they did whatever bookie or person that he owed money to. They told him to basically fix a game and point save, and he didn't do it, and that's why his parents. Well, that's why his father got killed. But I don't believe that story that much. And another one is basically the media has never changed. They were hard on Jordan, just like they were hard on. They are hard on athletes nowadays. Like that SI cover was the craziest thing I've seen. Like they basically just shit on him. But like even if not even talk about the SI cover, just the actual people that wrote articles about linking him his gambling to his dad's death right after he died though, like not giving him no time or anything, just like automatically linking it to that and writing different articles, no sources, no like anything, just writing articles was pure speculation. Um, when he retired, the spectacle, like I had never seen any footage from that retirement, and just like that was insane. It looked like literally like a president like being impeached almost. Like that's how the audience looked at that happening. Like that was incredible to just see how many media people like to see the coverage and everything. And then I see somebody else compare it on Twitter to basically O.J. Simpson and the Bronco chase. So like that's how much the coverage was on Michael Jordan retiring. Um, when he did retire, he looked peaceful. Like he looked like he finally had like a load of stress just off of him. And it just goes to show you like how incredible it is that LeBron has been able to weather his storms and everything and not retire and not go away and just stick in there. That's probably LeBron's best like that's to me is your biggest argument for LeBron being the best player ever is the fact that he never lost. He's been consistently there. He's been just as scrutinized and everything. The secret suspension, that was hilarious hearing everybody talk about the secret suspension. I no longer. I think I stopped believing in that once I like got of age, and I thought like, why the hell would the NBA suspend Michael Jordan? Like, what would that actually get them? So that was hilarious. they also mentioned that he wanted to retire a year earlier, which is also crazy. Like to show you like the wear and tear that these NBA players go through. And another thing about how LeBron is able to actually go through that, but just the fact that he wanted to retire a year earlier basically kills all the secret suspension talk because like it was on his mind and it just was something that he was going to do. But a lot of that stuff we already knew a lot of stuff about based on his retirement and everything. Some good footage was him and Scotty Burrell just shitting on Scotty Burrell effortlessly. Tell ball hit the free throw hole and calling him all types of bitches and hoes and everything. MJ just being a general asshole to everybody, which is hilarious. But he had a reason for that. Like it wasn't just so he could be an asshole just for being an asshole. He wanted to win, and he was going to do that. Like he was going to win at any cost, or he was going to like put that out there at any cost. Like he wanted to win, and he thought his way of motivating people, leading by example, but also getting in people's ass was the best way to do it. Tony Kukoc, man. Like people, like that's one thing that's forgotten. Like how good of a player he really was. And I know after the Bulls teams, he kind of like went on a downward spiral. But he had been playing professionally for a while at that point. So it's not like he was when he got to the Bulls, he was like hadn't been a professional athlete. Like as they in their press conference, people wanted to be like Tony Kukoc overseas. Like he was already that good. So yeah, just interesting. Like he was really good. Like in his prime, like he was one of those players that would thrive in this NBA for sure. That Ewing, the clip that they showed of the Knicks and Bulls where where Pat Ewing hit that hook, you just like I think Patrick Ewing has like actually gotten forgotten like how good he was as a basketball player. Like he was a really, 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 really good basketball player, and it's just like almost like he's gotten forgotten in that way. And then you got bitch ass Scotty, cause he couldn't get the shot that he, cause he couldn't get the ball. He just didn't go in the game. But if anything, go in, you just tell whoever's passing the ball, like, hey, pass me the ball, I'm gonna take the shot. Don't just not go in the game at all. And then Phil walking off with a big fuck you was hilarious too. Like his face said it all after Kukoc hit the shot. And then Cartwright giving that speech. Like you could just see how everybody talked about the speech and like how they all reacted to it is how powerful it was and how they all felt about Scotty doing that. So then we go to the next one. It's the Hornets. They play the Hornets in the playoff series. This is the present day, the second round, and that Hornets team wasn't great, but Glenn Rice was a monster around that time. And the year before, he averaged 27 points per game, was on all NBA team. So let's not just sneeze at that team. Like, it's like I would compare them to like maybe like the Raptors or the Raptors with DeRozan and Lowry as far as a team, which we get to see next series is like that real series. Yeah, BJ did bust ass for that one game though. This nigga BJ came out there and went crazy on their ass and talked shit to the wrong one. He should know he never was supposed to talk shit though. He should have known. He should have known about talking shit to MJ. And then the other thing was hilarious was that LeBradford Smith story. How LeBradford Smith scored 37, and then he had the bad luck of them playing on a home and home, so they had to play them the next game. And then Jordan came out and scored 36 in the first half on them. That was crazy as well. Then so that it just gave you like that mindset of how Jordan would literally just be like, all right, I got this vendetta. I'm gonna take this vendetta against somebody, and I'm gonna use anything I can to get this motivation to go out there and kill them. And then when I do, I'm gonna kill them and put my foot on their throat, which is hilarious. They did talk about the Magic series loss. Like I'm one of those people that you could say. if you like, you could say that Jordan was 6-1, like because he did lose that series, but as you can like everybody talking about it, he wasn't himself. Like training for baseball and training for basketball, two totally different things. All the players could see that he lost a little bit of his athleticism and endurance. Because it's just like he was training for more power and explosiveness rather than having that endurance, being able to play all game and just being able to run and everything. Like it's two different sports. He tried it. He was okay. Like he wasn't bad or anything. He just wasn't himself. Um, those games. This is the first time I ever seen footage from those Space Jam games where they had all the pros out there. That was dope to see. Just all the young players, the Jawan Howards, your Grant Hill, like everybody was out there, and that looked dope as well. And him out there scouting players, like him scouting the new players is hilarious. Him doing that all just to scout and get better himself. Um, his schedule was crazy. Like him basically shooting from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, then go play 3 hours of pickup, and then go lift weights and everything, and then do it all again next day. And I'm sure he was going out because it was the summertime. It was LA, so that just show you another story of his like crazy athleticism. Yeah, like the last moment before I go into the like the end of it was yeah, I do wish it was more footage from that too. Um, yeah, they said basically it was as competitive as some of the league games because it was call your own fouls. It was players just basically going out there and wanting to earn the respect and everything against the other top players. Just like that dream team footage where they said it was going crazy during that time too. Yeah, that's a good point. And then so Jordan, yeah, he dropped Steve Kerr, which is hilarious. Which this part of the story never gets told. Like I never heard them ever tell this part of the story, but Jordan didn't hit him first. Like Steve Kerr hit him, and then he hit him back, but he did go too far and everything. Which I can see why. And then like I can see why because it's like Phil was trying to like rile him up and everything, trying to get him back to where he was, and Jordan had enough of it that day and just snapped. But shit wasn't cool, and it was good to see him like call and be like, "Hey, I'm my bad." And I'm pretty sure he gained some respect for Steve Kerr. He's just like, "All right, I know when it's down, this guy gonna fight." Uh, so then I had put something on Twitter about the Thunder and I said the Thunder and the Sonic. The Thunder and the Magic team that he beat were the two best teams that never won a chip. And then somebody said the Supersonics, and I was thinking like, huh, that is they were a great team, and it's just interesting to see like how people talk about that team. They were loaded. They had Dylan Shrimp. They had Hershey Hawkins, uh, Nate McMillan, Gary Payton. So they were a Sean Kemp, of course. They were like a pretty deep and rounded team. Yeah, I think so too. If that never happened, then MJ probably wouldn't have passed Steve Kerr the ball because he probably wouldn't have felt like he had it. But yeah, so and then with the Gary Payton thing, like he did shut he didn't shut him. He did play good defense on Jordan. I know people want to think like in game 5 I think it was Jordan had 28 on 50% shooting, so it wasn't like they were terrible. Like here we go, this nigga Sangster on Twitter going at it again like as usual. But yeah, it's I also don't think they were the best team that he played, but that's another story. Um, but yeah, Gary Payton was decent, was okay in those finals. But the first 3 games he shot, he had 15 points per game on 40% shooting. So it wasn't like he was just killing it on offense, and then Jordan was just going crazier on offense. Like it wasn't that he wasn't that good. Neither was the team playing that good. So and Scotty was like awful in that series as well. Like he wasn't good the whole series. So yeah, those are just my takeaways from that. It was like these last two episodes were like probably to be the my favorite two episodes. Well, no, not seven. 8 was probably my favorite episode. Like once they got past all the retirement stuff, like I just wanted to hear them talk about all of the Sonics and the magic and those different things that was happening. So these were great episodes. Have fun with it. Can't wait to see these last two. Of course, be like loving that Pacers team. Loving the Pacers growing up. Like I can't wait to see those episodes as well and see who they have on there to talk about it. And we get to see, of course, more Reggie Miller, which I've never been at seeing Reggie Miller basketball. So yeah, can't wait to see those next series, and I'm